So what I think about Boruto to the moon, right? And this is just a random video. I don't have any strategy behind it or any script or anything. I just want to talk to you guys. Boruto to the moon for me means this series expanding into something greater than it already is, right? You know my thoughts on the anime, it's not that great in my opinion. It has its spouts where it has some great episodes, some wonderful arcs, and some great dialogue. And sometimes it even adapts the manga better than how the manga did it. So I think the anime itself is coming into something good, right? I'm going to watch it, not religiously. I'm just going to watch episodes that I feel like I need to watch. But overall, I think the series itself, and this includes the manga, the anime and the manga, I think what we need to see for this series, and obviously it's going to happen in the manga first before it gets translated or adapted in the anime. What I think we need to see is this series moving in a upward direction. When I say upward direction, I mean like, leaving Earth. Let's put it that way, like leaving what we already know, right, and journeying into something different, something greater. Because what I feel like is that yes, it's kind of branching off into this Otsutsuki level threat or this alien threat, and that's what I want. But I think it's still anchored down by Naruto, and not by Naruto I mean the series, not the character. It wants to. What I feel like is that the series wants to latch on to what Naruto did, whilst also doing something different. So it wants the best of both worlds. So it wants to expand and be something by itself, be something on its own, but it also wants to keep that core Naruto base who loves the Naruto series. And I understand that. I think it's a good way of doing it. But what I want is for them to lean more in the other direction, because, and I know I'm gonna get some flack for this, because I've had this conversation with Boruto fans on Twitter about this, right? And I made this point about this series not being like Naruto, and it's not necessarily a bad thing. It depends, right? So I like elements of Naruto, and I love seeing those elements incorporated in Boruto. But sometimes when you do too much, it seems like just a copy and I'm wasting my time. When you do too little, it seems like, okay, you're not paying homage to the original series and you're just doing something different, and I'm just gonna stop watching, right? Those are basically the views I see online. For me at least, I think that it can be balanced, but what I want is for them to lean more in the direction that says, okay, alright, I understand that you guys like Naruto, but I want to lean in this direction. I want to go further. I want to go like planetary, go to other planets, go to other solar systems, expand the universe. That's what I want to see for this series. I doubt they're gonna go that far. I think they're gonna go farther than they are right now, but I just don't see them going that far. Like I really want them to establish other alien life forms, establish other life in the universe, other from the Naruto characters, Earth, and the Otsutskis and so on. So establish more things, build the universe, right? We need to see more. And based on, and I base this off of how the powers are in the series, like just the power level. We know the Naruto characters are basically godlike creatures on this planet compared to everybody else, right? So you have to say that they're not gods, right? Just compared to everybody else, they can do a ton of damage, right? And with enough damage focused in the right place, I'm sure they can eliminate all life on Earth if they wanted to, if they focus the damage in the right place. So if you already have characters like that in the series, and I've seen that they've nerfed Naruto and Sasuke, which is good. I don't have a problem with that. The problem I have with it is how they did it. Not for Naruto, I think that one is fine, but how they did Sasuke's nerfing, like that was, I still don't understand why that even happened or how that even happened, but I think the Kurama one is fine because it made sense, and I think we needed that. So when you have these characters, how do you go upwards? Right? Because typically with the shonen genre, when you introduce a new character, you have to make him more powerful than the previous character. If you're doing like a generational thing where you have Naruto, then you have his son, then you have his son, and so on and so forth, it has to be in an incremental fashion. So, when I still see people saying that Minato is somehow stronger than Naruto, it baffles the mind, honestly. But, I digress on that point. Let's just move forward. Now, what I'm saying is that Boruto has to become stronger than Naruto eventually. That has to happen, and that will happen. The problem I have is the power scaling, and that's already a problem in the series, right? If they're gonna make Naruto, Boruto more powerful than Naruto, how will it make sense? How will they handle or interpret the area of effect? Because we have this thing in Dragon Ball Z where these characters are able to blow up a planet with one of their attacks, and then the next time they're not blowing up a planet with the attack. So Dragon Ball Z is already inconsistent, and I just don't want to see that for Naruto. So if they're going to do an attack that's, let's say, planetary, how will they interpret that? How will they show that? How will they make it make sense in a series like Naruto, right? And they can't just wish a planet back to life. They can't just wish things back to how they were. Like, they have to live with consequences. So I want to see how they do it. That's why I think that they need to journey outwards, because if they keep the fighting inwards, then they'll have to compensate for the damage that is done to the planet itself, right? If they're going to go planetary, right, and these characters are going to fight the Otsutsuki King, that cannot happen in Konoha, bro. That cannot happen in Konoha. That has to happen somewhere where they can let loose. Like, we want to see what these characters are capable of, and I think this series itself, what we see with Jigen, what we see with Ishiki and even Momoshiki, the characters have been limited, right, to what they can use and how they can use their abilities, which is good. It is good because we get to see other facets of the character, but we also want to see shit's getting blown up. We also want to see those tail beast bombs and all those lovely stuff. So I want to see that. So I want them to take this fight somewhere else, to another planet, to another solar system, somewhere where these characters can let loose without us as the audience thinking about the damage being done, and always keeping that in the back of our mind that, okay, this was done, how are they going to address that? Or are they going to ignore it? We don't want to be thinking about those things, right? We just want to think about the fight. So bring the fight to another planet or something. Like, just get the series out of Earth, or get it out of Konoha, explore somewhere else. That's all I want. So I think this Boruto to the moon thing is just, it's bigger than just Boruto going to the moon and seeing Toneri, which is what people have been theorizing. But for me, it just means expanding the universe, making it bigger than it already is. That's just how I feel. This video, as I said, is just a random one. I just want to get my thoughts on the Boruto series itself, because I see the hype, I enjoy it, and I see that it has potential, right? It just needs a lot more support as it relates to the manga. I think the anime is doing quite well in Japan, but overall I think the series itself it's good. Like, it's turning out to be something good. Oh, and we also have Ada that came out in the last chapter. I haven't done a review on it. I don't think I'm gonna do a review on it. It doesn't really necessitate one, in my opinion. I'm just gonna give my thoughts on Ada. I'm just gonna put that in another video, the character itself and what I think about the character. So yeah, I'm just gonna put that in another video. But yeah, I like that character. I think she's cool and she has depth. It isn't something really deep, but it is something, right? There's a character there. It's not just an angry character just that wants to destroy stuff. I hate those characters. So I like characters with depth, and I think that character is a good one. All in all, guys, that's just the video. Those are my thoughts on it. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section, and yeah, if you like the video, drop a like, and if you're new, subscribe. I'll see you all next time.